Minister, I do want to ask you about India and trade, but I'm going to have to ask you about
please,
events at home, because things are very live and very difficult for you back in London. Why did you perform a huge U-turn today and decide to drop an attempt to delay a vote about investigating you by the Privileges Standards Committee?
The most important thing is that we allow the investigation by the Met to continue, and I think all other and to conclude, and then for Sue Gray to make her final report. And what I decided is that, you know, if the opposition really want to focus on this, and they
and your own MPs,
that's fine. I'm afraid it wasn't a Conservative motion, as far as I can remember.
No, but you were clearly worried about what Conservative MPs were going to do.
I think it's very important that nobody should say that we're trying to avoid scrutiny, and I don't want to avoid scrutiny. And
so why did you try and block the vote?
Because what I don't want to do is to have endless discussion about this when we don't know the conclusion of the.
But the Labour amendment doesn't start the inquiry until the Met investigation is concluded, so that is completely illogical.
We just need to get the thing concluded. If people want further conversation about that, I don't want to in any way to dissuade them. I happen to think that, you know, I've made my point. I apologise very much for the FPN that I received. We've taken steps to change things in number 10, but we need to focus, frankly, on the things that matter to the people of this country directly now.
Okay.
How to make sure that we continue to have
jobs,
growth,
and I
how we tackle the cost of energy.
You were worried about
a
Conservative rebellion, weren't you?
I think what I felt was people were saying, look, this looks as though we're trying to stop stuff coming out. I didn't want that. I didn't want people to be able to say that. I don't want this thing endlessly to go on. But if you know, I have absolutely nothing, frankly, to hide here.
Nothing to hide.
No, and let's. But if that is what the opposition want to talk about, that's fine.
Okay.
What I want to talk about is the point of this trip, which is to get. Well, come on. Let's do it now.
I've got some more questions on this fast, but I have
£1 billion of
I've only got a few minutes, so let's
now 11,000 jobs just from
and we'll come on to that. Steve Baker, who is a key ally of yours, helped you get elected, a key Brexiteer, said in the Commons today, the PM, it should now be long gone. He should know the gig is up. That must hurt.
Well, you know,
Steve Baker.
I understand people's feelings. I don't think that that's the right thing to do. I think we've got to wait for the conclusion of the report, and perhaps I could say a bit more then. That's what I said. In the meantime, what I would like to do is get on with taking the country forward, making sure that we deal with the immediate problems that we face, and I'm particularly proud of some of the things that are happening on this trip.
You said that you have nothing to hide, but you are also under investigation for up to 4 or 5 events you were involved in. Up to 5 more events.
I can't comment on that.
I know you can't, but
Beth,
you might have more fines. You do accept that.
Beth, you're going to have to wait to the conclusion of the report.
When I asked you, yes.
In the meantime, you promised to get on to the. I think people was here. Well, you did promise. You did promise to get on to the substance of this trip.
Ben from the BBC did 7 minutes on Partygate, and I'm sure I haven't done as much as that. So
well,
I'm just
this isn't the kind of competition to see who can do more.
I'm just
why
saying.
Why don't you get on to the subject of the trip?
I would just like to ask you this. You said on the plane last night when I said, are there any circumstances in which you might feel that your position is unsustainable or you might have to resign? Are there any circumstances? And you said nothing springs to mind.
I said to you, and I'm sure you could elaborate some for the benefit of your viewers. But I think what I want to do, you could extemporize on. What I want to do is get on with the job which I was elected to do.
But you said,
and that's what we're doing.
But you also said,
and that's what we're focused on.
But you also said that you wanted to get on with things that matter to voters. Do you think that the issues around rule breaking at number 10 doesn't matter to voters?
No, I don't.
It doesn't matter to
and I
them.
apologise for the things. I apologise deeply for the things we got wrong. I came to the House on Tuesday, made a 2-hour statement. I did another half an hour or more, I think, on I believe there's been a big debate on it today, but but we've got to get on with the priorities of the people. That's what we're doing. And
you think it's a storm in a Westminster teacup, is it?
No, those are your words.
Well, those are your words. So you don't think it's that? You do think it's serious?
I think, of course, I think it's serious and it's important. But I also think that we have massive issues that people expect us to address. And I think that people want us to get on with the job of taking the country forward, of making sure that we attract further investment. And this country is attracting record investment right now. It's a fantastic thing to see. And just as a result of this trip to India, you've got just today you've got investment worth £1 billion pounds. Producing 11,000 jobs.
To be clear, though, Prime Minister,
tomorrow, what we're signing.
Yes,
because you promised to get on with this.
I'm about to get to it, but if you let me finish this. Just to be clear, you said about the fine you had and the apology that you didn't realise that you had broken rules, that it was a genuine mistake. To be clear, at all times, even the Bring Your Own Bottle event in Number 10 Garden on May the 20th, at all times did you always think in every single event you were not breaking the rules? So you never thought you broke the rules in any circumstance?
You're asking me to comment on an ongoing investigation.
Well, you said you had nothing to hide.
And I'm going to comment at the end of that investigation. I've been very, very clear about that. What I was saying is I don't shrink at all from having more parliamentary scrutiny, if that's what the opposition want. What I want to do...
And your MPs might want too.
Indeed. But what I want to do is focus on the things that matter, I think, to the future of the country, and that is making sure that we help people with the cost of their energy.
You accept your MPs are unhappy then?
Sorry, those are your words. I want to get on and deal with the priorities of the
One more question on this, and then I want to ask you about the trade deal. You've had a torrid time.
Sorry, Beth,
Parliament,
how many
just this one more, and then you're having a torrid time. Do you really believe that the party, that the country will allow you to lead the Conservative Party into the next general election right here, right now? You're absolutely determined to do that.
Of course I am. And what I'm determined to do is to make sure that we continue with our agenda, which is to unite and level up. Don't forget, this is the government that gets done some very, very difficult things. We delivered the fastest vaccine rollout in Europe. We came out of COVID faster than anybody else. We got Brexit done and when people said it was impossible, and we've led the world in standing up to aggression. I think even you would concede, Beth, standing up to aggression in Ukraine.
Finally,
and we will get on. We will get on with that work. And since you now come to the point of the trip, thank you very much. Let me just remind you that what we hope to do is a free trade deal with India by the autumn. I think it has great potential. You've already got things like UK medicines, UK food. Agreements have been done in advance. Apples, you'll be thrilled to know, are going to be able to come to this market in a way they haven't been able to come before, and much more besides. There is a huge amount that unites the UK and India.
But not Ukraine.
Look at, well, give me one example. The very vaccines I just mentioned are a classic example of collaboration between the UK and India. 1.5 billion people around the world vaccinated thanks to Covishield, which was basically an Anglo-Indian collaboration.
Prime Minister, thank you so much.
Thank you.